plane is on final approach. Outside is pure white, no runway, no horizon, nothing. And still the plane lines up, comes down smoothly, and lands where it should. So how do you aim at something you can't see? Because in fog, pilots don't look for the runway. They follow invisible guidance coming from the runway. Two pieces of guidance. One keeps you centered left-right, one keeps you on the correct downwards path. And near the ground, there's one more trick that makes the touchdown feel precise. Landing is basically two jobs. Job 1, stay lined up with the runway, left to right. Job 2, come down at the right angle, up to down. On a clear day, your eyes can do both jobs. In fog, your eyes can't help. So the runway provides signals that do the guiding for you. First, left-right. The runway area sends out two overlapping radio lanes. Your plane listens to both. If the left lane sounds stronger, you're too far left. If the right lane sounds stronger, you're too far right. When they match, you're centered. For example, imagine two speakers on the left and right side of a hallway. If the left speaker is louder, you step right. If the right speaker is louder, you step left. When they sound equal, you're walking down the middle. That's what the plane is doing, just with radio signals. So now you can stay centered even inside a white wall. Now up-down. The runway also sends a correct slide down to the ground, again two overlapping signals. One means you're a bit too high, one means you're a bit too low. The plane compares them. High arrow come down a little, low arrow come up a little, matched arrow perfect path. So now the plane has two live guides at the same time, centerline and slide path. Together they form an invisible tunnel to the runway. A human can follow those guides, but an autopilot can follow them extremely smoothly. It doesn't get tense, it doesn't oversteer, it makes tiny corrections continuously. So in thick fog, the goal becomes simple. Keep both guides centered until you're close enough for the runway to appear. But even if you're perfectly lined up, there's still a problem. Right before touchdown, planes do a gentle move so they don't slam the ground. That move needs one piece of information. How high am I right now? In fog, the plane measures height using radio, it sends a signal downward and listens for the bounce. That gives a very accurate height above the runway, so the finish becomes follow the tunnel, measure height, do the gentle finish move, touchdown. That's why a fog landing can look calm and controlled. So then the question arises, why don't planes always land in thick fog? Because this needs multiple pieces to be ready at once. The airport needs the right runway transmitters, the plane needs the right receivers and systems, the crew needs training for that landing mode, and the weather still has limits, especially strong crosswinds. Fog is only one kind of danger. Sometimes the safe choice is still go around, try again, or divert. So when a plane lands in thick fog, it isn't guessing. It's being guided. The runway sends an invisible centerline and an invisible slide path. The plane stays inside that tunnel, and near the ground it measures height to finish the landing cleanly.